progresses too far. Okay. So we're working now. Okay. Alright, just started. Great. So there's a bunch of different ways to practice. You can practice solo against the puzzle mode. You can practice solo doing speed runs against the computer if you really want to up like your ability to do the more optimal two-chain combos. That's a great way to learn, and it'll have a lot of payoff when you play. And then you can just practice online here with Fightcade, playing against us. We're on fairly frequently, and you can find somebody to play against, regardless of where you are in the world. There's a strong French scene. There's some other players in Europe. There's a few North American players like myself. And there's a really strong South American scene, as you've seen from the results of this event. I haven't plugged it yet, but if you want to learn more about this game, check out my website, playmagicaldrop.com. I wrote a bunch of articles teaching players about like optimizing and the basics of the game. And then from there, you can kind of learn on your own. A lot of this strategy is still being formed because the competitive scene hasn't been around for that long, really. Having some connection problems, so let's get this sorted out. Better to get them now when we're spectating than if I have to play a match later. So we're all tied up at 1 round apiece. Yeah, so this is our, I guess, the 3rd numbered monthly, but it's the 4th time we've had a tournament, the first one being in October of last year. And I'm happy to continue to provide these for our players so long as people keep showing up. And this month we had a pretty strong showing of, I believe, 16 players, maybe with 1 DQ, and, you know, we'll keep growing that way. So we've had solid numbers each month. We've had new players show up each time. And I'd like to see more players coming out and participating. And I think next time what we're going to do is we're going to try to have a weekday event. I know there's a handful of players who have wanted to participate but just haven't found the time because Saturday happens to be the day they work, especially around this time of day. So if we have a weeknight event next time, we could probably have like a couple of different faces show up. And we have some strong players who haven't had the opportunity to kind of prove themselves in tournament yet. I'd really like to see them get that chance. I think this matchup between Britzio and Vestido is going to be good. I've played both of these players a lot. They're 2 of the more active players on Fightcade. And they've both been improving a fair deal. I know they both practice fairly often. So I'd like to see them, how they kind of compare against one another. I believe that I would play the winner of this, so good for me to kind of just know in case. So no offense to these players, I'm happy to play them in losers. But I hope that one time, I haven't gotten to play, we've had like, Pterodactyl has entered every event we've had so far. I haven't had the opportunity to play him yet, so I'm really looking forward for when that day happens. At some point in the future, just seeding never kind of lets it be. And for note, for people who are kind of tuned in, how we seed this is I use a combination of the Fightcade rankings. Oh, tower. We use a combination of the Fightcade rankings, which are available like as we play one another in tournaments and in casual matches. It basically adjusts like an ELO to let people know like how you compare to others. And then I use that in combination with previous tournament results. Sometimes we have players who don't play online particularly often, so their ranking won't match up with their general skill level for tournament play. And I try to just account for that when I am doing our seeding. And thus far we haven't really run into any serious conundrums when it comes to seeding. I could probably seed a Lobsmag a little low this time, only because Their previous results weren't particularly good, but they went on a really good one this time, and we'll see how that affects them for the future and doing the next tournament. Oof. So we rarely see Temperance picked. I don't know, I think people just have different aesthetic favorites when it comes to the secret characters. She functions pretty much the same as the rest of them. Or am I wrong? No, she looks like she's actually closer to like a Justice. Learn a new thing every day about this game. But, yeah, okay, I was gonna say they could stop comboing and they get the win there. Also, I'd just like to thank everybody who has tuned in. I don't stream on Twitch particularly often. I normally use it just to kind of record my own speedrunning VODs. But it's always nice that every time we stream one of these events, we get a handful of people in here. But thank you to everybody who shows up and kind of follows along. I think it's good for the growth of our scene and really good for getting more people to know about this game. Good Temperance working out so far. I gotta keep this in mind. This seems like a character that I would do well as. Alright, so Vestido taking game 3. There's definitely more secret characters than we've seen picked in any other set before. All these players are doing a great job like stifling their opponent's trash coming down by making sure they always have some form of combo going on. is again one of those characters that really would be helpful if you had that mash movement available to you as a technique, just because pushing both sides of the screen gets real scary. Thankfully the pattern's not as oppressive as like the shape is still really scary, but the pattern's not as oppressive as like a Father Strength type character, but still no fun to have to move back and forth all of those times. Alright, so Vestido is going to take it 3-1.